What's up, guys? We are over on worldflipper today. We're going to take a look at the new units hopping into the game after 2 nights maintenance. We're getting a new banner. We're getting a few things actually, but we're mainly focusing on the banner. And Kakao Games did post this kind of little fun preview a few days ago on their Twitter and Facebook, if I'm not mistaken. But if you have been following the JP release cycle, you know exactly who this is. We are going to be getting Summer Alice along with a few other units to go with her banner. So we're going to cover all this stuff. This is a banner. I'm just going to say this right now. This is a banner I don't want to pull on. It's a limited banner. It is a limited banner. Don't want to pull on this banner though, but I'm going to be summoning for content and to try to grab one of the 4 stars on this banner, which you will see further into this video. But we're going to start out talking about Alice, kind of why I don't want to summon for her. She is arguably one of the worst limited units in the game so far. She is tied with one of my favorite units, and I know he's terrible, but I pulled him and I ended up using him and enjoying it. Still wasn't great though. We're going to explain why she's so bad. We'll cover what she does first. She is a dark 5-star. She gives dark characters attack plus 50% for her leader ability, and then for every dark character in the party, leader attack plus 10% to a maximum of 60%. She's going to deal dark damage 30 times for 10 seconds to enemies hit, and then grant barrier to self 10%, grant allies float buff. Skill cost is 550, so it's a little bit on that higher side. Ability 1, every 4 enemies defeated, own attack plus 10% to a maximum of 100. Ability 2, while self has barrier, own attack plus 80%. And ability 3, every 3 enemies defeated, enemy defeated count plus 1, own attack plus 60%. So if you really look at this unit here, you're going to see you are getting a 10% barrier. And you're like, okay, that's great. While you have a barrier, you are getting 80% attack. That kind of goes hand in hand. The problem is it's literally a barrier for 10%. So if you get hit too much, you mess up, you get that barrier knocked off, 80% attack non-existent. If you have another way to supply barrier, you could in theory maintain the 80%. It's just not worth it, because you look at her ability 1, every 4 enemies defeated, own attack plus 10%. You kill 4 enemies, 10% attack. You kill 4 more, 10% attack. Just like all the way to 100. That is so awful. Just like, what dungeon are you going to consistently use that in and be able to max that out? Can't think of any. Not that many. Like, are you kidding me? You're gonna have to kill 40 enemies to get 100% attack? Like, don't understand. Every 3 enemies defeated though, if you put her in that main slot, you're gonna get a defeated count plus 1. So every 3 you'll get an additional 1, which will then put her every 4 enemies defeated 1 less. Her own attack will go up by 60% for every 3 defeated. So, I mean, if you use her in the main slot, you could potentially get a little more use out of her. You're getting float as the regular Alice. The water version also grants your team levitation float. You're going to get it with this unit as well. For every dark unit in the party, you're going to get 10% attack to a max of 60. This unit is a tragedy in my eyes. Like, if you pull for this unit, pull because you love the art, pull because you're okay having it, you don't mind that it's not great in terms of like competitive tier wise, that's why you would pull for this unit. Do not pull for this unit, build it and be like, what the heck, this unit sucks, why did I pull for this? I'm just warning you guys now. Hope you guys see this before the banner goes. I'm gonna have this video up before that maintenance triggers, so you guys can hopefully see it if you follow my channel. If you came at a later time, I apologize if you dumped a bunch of beads into the banner because you was the first banner you opened up the game to. I would highly recommend re-rolling the account and just saving the beads for the next banner and the banners after that, because we're getting a amazing limited unit after this. We're going to get a filler banner, and then it's going to go to Summer Zelt, who is still used today in JP, one of the worst limited units in the game. Or wait a little bit and get one of the best. I mean, it is pretty easy decision in my eyes, but you could really like the art of this unit. You could want to pull for it. I'm not judging there. So just want to throw that out there. We're going to hop into the next 5-star though. We do have Lila. Lila is a light 5-star. She has the leader ability of light characters attack plus 50% for every light character in the party. Leader attack plus 10% to a maximum of 60%. And then we are going to be dealing light damage 16 times to all enemies intermittently without breaking weak points. We're going to grant light characters attack buff plus 50% for 15 seconds and grant self multi-hit buff 2 times, 25% for 12 seconds. That's going to be all of the things you get for her active skill, which has the wait time of 530. Ability 1, while own HP is at or above 80%, light characters attack plus 40%. Every 20 direct attacks from self, light characters attack plus 5% to a max of 50% for her ability 2. And then while Lila is in that main slot, every 3 level 1 power flips, combo count's going to go up by 10. And then every level 2 power flip, the damage of power flips is going to go up by 5% to a maximum of 50. So this unit is okay. It's not game breaking, but it is definitely a little better than the Summer Alice. You have a way to buff light characters attack with direct attacks, and then since you have the multi-hit buff, you're going to do more direct attacks. The kit works with itself. It is an engine within its own right. You're going to be granting yourself multi-hits. You're going to be doing extra direct attacks. You are going to buff up your team just with those 2 abilities working together. And then it does have a little bit of power flip support, which is kind of the oddity here. There's nothing else that really talks about power flip in her kit, which makes her kind of a wonky unit in that sense. When she's in the main slot, she suddenly has power flip support, but when you have her unison, it's going to be just maintaining HP, buffing up light characters in a support kind of way, multi-hit buffs, light characters attack going up, that kind of thing. So we're going to hop into the 4 stars of the banner to the boy himself. If you do pull on this banner, this is what you're going for. This is the reason to pull. He is good. He is a good unit. He is a water 4-star. He is limited. You have while water characters HP is at or above 80%. That character's attack is going to go up by 140%. And then for the skill, we're going to rush towards the nearest enemy, deal water damage 22 times to enemies hit. Got the skill wait time of 520. For his ability 1, if self is a water character, while your own HP is at or above 80%, you're going to get your own attack up by 150%. And then the trade-off to this is own all elemental resistances are just going to go down by 100%. And then after 5 ball flips, self receives damage equating 6% of your max HP. While self has barrier though, your own fire resistance is going to go back up by 100%. And then when he's in the main slot, when the battle begins, you're going to grant yourself barrier with strength equating to 50% of your max HP. While self has barrier, you're going to gain an additional 50% attack. This is a unit that takes barrier, gives you a lot of it. So you have a very strong barrier, number 1. You're getting bonuses for having the barrier. You're getting bonuses for maintaining that high HP, which the barrier then helps maintain. This unit is fantastic. This unit is giving you huge attack multipliers. You can really take advantage of that in like skill damage teams that want to see those really big numbers. You can equate out the attack and the skill damage together. This is a great water skill damage unit. It's a 4-star. It in theory should be easier to pull than a 5-star, but some people struggle pulling 4 stars. So if you go into the banner, this is why. This is the unit you want. He is the star of the banner. Everything else that I'm going to talk about and the stuff before is like the mediocre and Alice being the bad part of it. This is what you want if you do pull. So we are going to go on into the next unit of the banner, which is Summer Marguerite. Marguerite is a 4-star limited dark unit. So there are a total of 3 limited units on this banner, 5 new units in total. She does have the leader ability of dark characters attack plus 30%, while own HP is at or below 30%. Dark characters attack plus 70%. Then we're going to be releasing an elaborate bullet towards the front, deal dark damage 25 times to enemies hit for her active skill, with the skill wait time on the lower side of 470. Ability 1 is every 10 times self receives damage, own skill damage up 15% to a max of 120%, while own HP is at or below 50%, own attack is going to go up by 70%, and then while other party members' HP is at or below 50%, receive damage in place of other dark characters, and then while own HP is at or below 25%, you're going to grant yourself a light resistance buff for 400% for 30 seconds for 1 time only. So you're going to be pulling damage in. You are going to be upping your skill damage, upping your attack. It is a kit that can work within itself. This is just something that is good to see in a unit. When you have a way to supply the effect that triggers all of these below HP effects, you can pull damage in place of everybody else, and then saying while your other party members' HP is at or below. So you can use teams like Dark Enmity with Belsidia. You can push your HP down. You can sacrifice HP, Dark Coffin teams. You can take a lot of routes to get her going. So another nice 4-star, not as good as Gerard, but still is pretty nice to see. Should be fun to pull her and make some team comps with that. So this brings us to the 3-star of the banner, the last unit. We have Flana. She is a 3-star Thunder. Thunder characters attack plus 15%, float buff duration plus 30% for her leader ability. Her skill is going to grant allies float for 12 seconds and then remove 1 debuff from party members. So you're supporting your float. You are getting yourself cleansed. You are removing a debuff, so right away that's nice for a 3-star. Higher skill wait time of 520. Her ability 1 is while float is active, Thunder character skill damage will go up by 30%, and then float duration plus 10%. While float buff is active, own water resistance plus 20%. So if you unison her on, you are getting Thunder character's skill damage up by 30%. During that levitate, you are getting water resistance up, making the unit a little tankier. And then when she's in that main slot for ability 3, every 10 dashes combo count is going to go up by 10. Own skill gauge up by 5%. So you can get yourself going into float a little faster, trigger levitate more, build up Thunder skill damage, cleanse yourself, build up more water resistance. It's a nice little 3-star for Thunder. You could put this to use in certain teams, and as the roster expands and more things benefit off levitate, especially in the Thunder side of things, you could really do some fun stuff with this. So a nice 3-star indeed. But the star of the banner is Gerard. His art cracks me up, but this is what you'd summon for. Once again, going back, Summer Alice, only pull if you really, really want either Summer Gerard or you want this just for collection purposes. This is not a good unit, and I hope your summons go well. I'm going to be covering the event that we're going to be getting as well with this and all of that good stuff. So smack the sub button. I appreciate you guys being here. We are so close to 2K subs. It is crazy. Thank you guys for the support. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.